too noisy for you guys. But today I'm planning on going over to the office and printing out 3 new reptile/amphibian stickers. And so we're gonna go ahead and head on over to do that. But I'm going to tell you what they are. I'm going to be doing a chameleon, a new python, and then also a milk frog. So I'm excited to show you guys those new stickers and get them printed out with you guys. So why don't we head on over to the office and get started on all that. To the office, and we are ready to start on our new stickers today. I have done a little bit already off camera, getting some things ready. I had some orders come in that I had to restock some logos and thank yous for, and I went ahead and did that without recording it the other day, just because I had to do it really fast. And I didn't think about turning my camera on. So I actually, over here on my whiteboard, got that done already. And then, as you can see over here, I did some other stuff too, like getting ink for my printer, and then label paper for my little label maker that I use to organize my stickers. And then also right here, I did go to Michael's yesterday and got just like 2 more pieces of 12 by 12 cardstock, so I can cut some more of that for writing out my little thank you cards that I put in the order as the little like backer whenever I'm packaging stickers. So I did do some stuff that I didn't record, but now that I got all that done, I am going to be doing our 3 new stickers with you guys, which is actually on the top up here on our list of things that I want to be getting done soon. Green tree python, chameleon, and milk frog. Those are going to be our 3 new stickers. And actually, our chameleon, I didn't write it here because I didn't know which specific chameleon I was going to be doing yet. I did a veiled chameleon, which you guys will see whenever I show you, whenever I get those printed out. Because there are, of course, different types of chameleons. So let us go ahead and start on that. I will get my Cricut Maker all opened up on my laptop and get everything set up for that and come back with you guys. But I think that these 3 are going to be hopefully popular. I think that they will be, but you never know what people are actually going to think about things. So without further ado, let us go ahead and get started on those. Here are my 3 new little friends that we're going to be adding to the Etsy shop. This first one, of course, is the green tree python, and I decided to go for a pose where it looked like it was hanging on a branch like they like to do, but I didn't include the branch itself. I just have it kind of curled around and in that kind of U shape that it ends up being whenever it's draped over the tree. And I think that it just looks really cute with his head kind of tucked into his body like that. But this is the green tree python, And then my next one I'm gonna show you is the Veiled Chameleon. And I really like how this one turned out. From what I saw and what I've seen, they do have kind of a busy pattern. As you can see, there's a lot kind of going on with them. But I have also seen like the babies of Veiled Chameleons are, for the most part, solid green. And I do know that chameleons change their colors depending on their mood or if they're trying to blend into their environment. But I thought going with this kind of pattern really made it stand out as well, and made it a little bit more noticeable to be a veiled chameleon. This one is one that has the like crown or crest on its head, so that of course obviously also helps indicate which one it is, but I didn't want it to just look like generic chameleon that I know most people think of as just, they think of just green chameleon whenever they think of chameleon, which there are, but this one actually does have a pattern that most of the adults seem to have. So I went ahead and did that one like this, and I'm really happy with how it came out actually as well. I thought that it was going to look a little bit too busy, but I don't think it's going to whenever we get it printed out. And also there's a lot of just plain green chameleon stickers out there, so that will also kind of help my stuff stand out as well. And then our last guy is the Amazon Milk Frog, and I think this guy is gonna look so cute whenever he is printed out. He already looks really cute. Amazon Milk Frogs are actually my mom's favorite frog. Like how my favorite frog is the little rain frog, the little desert rain frog from Africa. If you guys remember that one, I actually have him right here. The little squishy guy who looks like a little dumpling. That's my favorite guy. This one is my mom's favorite guy, little Amazon Milk Frog. And I think that its colors came out really good, so I'm hoping that it translates whenever we print it. I'm sure that it will. It seems like all of our colors have been doing good recently, so I think that I have all of that tuned in. But my Cricut space did just update, so we'll see if that affected anything. I don't think it was a big enough update that it should have affected any of my settings, but I guess we'll see. I'm gonna actually start by printing out the green tree python first. So let's go ahead and get this guy printed out and see how it goes. So I will come back to you guys once I have that printed out and we can do our first look at how it did together. Let's take the first look at our little green tree pythons. Let me move this chair. I have two chairs in here right now. That one's in the way. Here they are. I think that they look good. It doesn't look like anything, like there's any specks or anything. I had to replace one of the inks, and I'm actually tracking when I replace the ink, because I want to see how fast I'm running out of certain colors. So I have it over here. As you might be able to tell, my dad came in and he wrote down this one because he was like, oh, you need to be tracking when you replace your ink, so when did you replace this one? And I was like, okay, I guess that makes sense. So I just had to replace the light gray. This is pale magenta, if you don't know the abbreviations. Pale magenta, that's light pink, or pale magenta, and that's light gray. So I just replaced the light gray, and I made note of that. Of course, now you know when I'm making this video, but I'm gonna see how often I run out of certain colors, just to kind of keep track of, I guess, costs, like how frequently I'll need to be buying ink and stuff. So I just had to do that because whenever I clicked print for our green tree pythons, it said I didn't have enough ink. So I did that, and our little dollops of snake have come out good, our little drapes of python. So I will get them laminated and we will get them cut out. I have this light grip that I've been using, and it's not sticky anymore. So I'm probably gonna use a different one right now, but I saw that people are not like just getting rid of these. They're actually taping their sticker paper onto it to keep getting use out of them. So I might end up doing that. I just don't want to try that with a new sticker. So I'll probably just go ahead and come down here to one of my new ones, or I might flip this one around because this side's still sticky. And you can just, you know, this is the top side, but you can flip it and use the bottom side because the margin is the same. So I might just do that for right now instead of getting out a fully new one, because I have one brand new green one. I threw my other green one away, but then I saw that hack, so now I'm kind of like, oh, maybe I didn't need to buy a new one. But oh well, I'm still learning, so we'll try that out at a later date. But for now, I'll probably just get out that purple one and use it. But I'm gonna laminate this sheet and we'll see how it goes. I also got a new squeegee. I saw people were using these. This one's like lime green. I couldn't find a different color. I got it on Amazon. I would have preferred a different color, but it doesn't really matter. It's a 2-pack. It has felt so that it doesn't scrape the laminate, because as you know, I've been using this bray or this roller, and it doesn't roll super smoothly, and it also gets dirty, as you might be able to see. It gets dirty, and then sometimes I get specks that I have to be careful of not getting in the laminate. So, and it's also just, it's too small. It's not the same size as the rolling area that I need for the laminate to get all the bubbles out. So I'm gonna also see how this goes. I'm gonna try using this, I think, on our new sticker. So I'll get that set up and maybe I'll record that with you guys to see how it does. So let me get those guys ready for laminating, and then we will test out our new thingy, our new felt squeegee, I guess is what it's called. We'll try it and see how it goes. All right, so I already have my laminate sort of cut to the right size on my paper. I'm gonna need to cut the corners off so that our little margins can be read by the Cricut, but that's easy enough to just go ahead and cut around it, and just kind of like so. And then let's cut this one like that. And this laminate sheet that I get has a little tab that you can pull off, so you can go ahead and stick it down so that it doesn't move around while you get everything else lined up, which I really like. But I have seen people where if their laminate doesn't have that, they'll kind of make their own on the back, which is also neat. So I'm gonna open up this and we'll see how it does. I'm hoping that it doesn't mess up my laminate. Like, I hope it squishes all the bubbles out. I guess we'll see. Oh, but you should be able to see it's almost like the exact same width as my paper. So whereas the little roller is about this big, so I have to go like 3 times across to stick it down. This one I should just be able to go one fell swoop like that, in theory. And I've seen people do it, but this is my first time trying to get it, so I probably don't have the technique fully down yet, and I don't know how much pressure I need to apply, but we will see how it goes. Guys, that was so easy. That was so easy, and I think it did good. I'm gonna just go over a couple times just like this, just because I really want to make sure that it is fully smoothed out, which it is. I think it was smoothed out the very first pass. Oh my gosh, that was so easy. I'm so happy that I got that. If it works like that every time, I'm so happy with how that came out. Okay, and I could even use this side too if I wanted to, but I don't want it to make any scratches, which it shouldn't. But okay, we got that done. I'm definitely using that from now on. That roller is just going to sit there on my pegboard now, unless I need it for like a small thing. But let me go ahead and get these cut out. I'm so happy with how that just happened. That was so good. Okay. Enough of that. I'm going to get these cut out and do the kind of reveal of how they look as a sticker with you guys, peeling them off of the grid, and then we'll move on to our next little friend. Our green tree pythons just finished cutting out, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them off of our grid. And right off the bat, they look like they all cut out correctly. Got some backing that stuck from the excess, which is fine. We don't really care about that. Okay, let me go ahead and get these guys off of our sheet. And since this is a more sticky mat, I'm doing it this way where I roll the mat kind of off of the sticker instead of trying to like pick them off, because they end up curling a little bit if you're trying to pull them off the mat instead of like rolling and bending the mat itself. So we have all 5 of our little green tree pythons. Let me show you what they look like. There they are. They look like all of them cut out, lined up in the center. So I am very happy with that. And I'll probably do another sheet of these since I only could get 5 on a page for these guys. But I'm happy with how they came out. I think that they look really good. They might be a little big. I don't know. I'm unsure. I think that it's okay though. All of my other stickers are roughly 4. And this is going to be roughly 4 this way. So it's probably okay. And I can always go back and adjust sizing on my stickers later as I still figure all this out, which is something that I have thought about doing on some of my previous stickers as well. But for now, there they are, my little green tree pythons. And up next, we will do our veiled chameleon. So let's go ahead and get that one printed out. All right, our chameleons have just finished up. Let me put them this way so they are flat. But here is how they look. It's a little hard to see how they look because they're angled. So let me move you guys around. There you go. I think that the colors came out pretty good. I could have made the green a little bit more, maybe not more vibrant, maybe just brighter. Although I feel like that's pretty accurate green, so maybe it's okay. I really like how the teal blue looks though on it. That color came out really good. But I think everything else looks good. I was a little bit worried that the pattern is too busy, but I still think that it looks okay. I don't think it's too busy, actually. I mean, you guys can always let me know your thoughts, what you think, if it's a successful sticker or not. That goes for all of them, but I think that it came out pretty good. And I think the color's fine for the green. All the other colors I'm pretty good about. I think they came out nice. So I will get these guys laminated using my new squeegee which is now my favorite thing ever, because that was just so nice to do, and hopefully it turns out the same way and we don't have any hiccups. But I will go ahead and get these guys laminated, and we will come back to see what their final product looks like, what they look like as a sticker. So let me go and laminate them, and I will be right back with you guys. Our veiled chameleons just finished cutting out. I actually haven't even released them yet, so let's go ahead and do that. There we go. And let's take a look at how they did. And actually, these veiled chameleons are our first sticker that has like a little cutout in the middle of them. So I'm curious to see how that did, because there's actually a little cut in between the foot and the curl of the tail, because I didn't want to leave this part white like that. So actually this little part comes out. So I'm curious how everything did. Let me try to pop one of these off and see what it looks like. Okay, this guy came off and his little thing is still in there, so let me go ahead and pop that out. That popped out really easy. And now we can look at him. Here he is in all of his chameleon glory. I think that looks really good. I'm happy with how that came out. Let's go ahead and try to get the other ones off. I think on the first one though, the little cutout in the tail did pretty good. So I'm hoping that the other ones did just as well. Let me try to get these guys off. Okay, there's that one. This one, his little tail came out and it looks good. This one's little tail came off and it looks good. Again, looks good. Okay, so these two, I need to just pop the little thing out of the tail right there. Then this guy, pop that one out, and there we go. We got all of our chameleons done for that page, and I was able to get, I believe, 6. Yeah, 6 on a sheet, so not that bad with how big they are. So I will probably do one more sheet of these just to get this the shop up and going with these guys. I'll pick these little tail giblets off of the grid while I wait for the next stickers to print. But our next sticker, our final sticker that we will be moving on to, will be our Amazon milk frog. And I am so excited for that little guy. I want to see how he looks so bad, and I'm probably going to take one to my mom because, like I said, that is her favorite frog. I haven't even taken one of the African desert rain frog stickers as one of my own, just for myself, even though that's one of my favorites. But I'll probably go ahead and, if I'm able to get a decent amount of those printed out. I'm just gonna go ahead and take one over to my mom so she can have one of her little milk frogs. But let's get started on those. I'm excited to see how the colors come out. The more that I look at the chameleon, the more I think the green is fine. So I think it was just the initial look at it that I was like, oh, I'm not sure. But I think that's a good green. And I'm happy with how them and the python have come out. So I'm hoping we get 3 out of 3 good stickers today. So let's go ahead and print out those milk frogs and see how they look. Okay, our Amazon milk frogs just printed out. All I did was turn them so that they're flat, but I wanted to show you guys what they look like right out of the printer. And here is how they look. And I think they, of course, are so cute. I love the blue, the baby kind of powdery blue that they are. Whenever you hear milk frog, you don't really think of blue. You think of more of like a white, but they really are blue. And I like the way that the browns look on them. I think that looks really good. Their shadows and highlights came out really well, I think. So I will definitely go ahead and get them laminated. And this squeegee, oh my gosh, I love it so much. It's been so easy to do the laminate with it. So I'm expecting it to go well with those guys, but I really am enjoying this squeegee. I know I've already said that, but it's true. I'm like, wow. I was making it so much harder on myself trying to use that little roller, but it was what I had with my Cricut, and I didn't ever feel like buying a new thingy because I was like, well, it's working good enough. But I just went ahead and got that squeegee, and I should have done that from the beginning, because then I probably wouldn't have had as many lamination mishaps that I did. Although I haven't had very many lamination mishaps, but still, I probably could have avoided some of them if I had that. But oh well, I'm learning, and you guys are watching my learning curves. So let me go ahead and get these guys laminated, and we'll come back to see how they look as their final sticker, and then we will do our, I guess, final look of our 3 new stickers that we've done today. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be back with you guys. All right, guys, our frogs are all cut out. So again, we are ready to pull them off the grid and see how they look and how they did getting cut out. And it looks like everything cut out perfect, just like our 2 previous stickers for the day. But let's get these guys off of the grid. Here's our first one. This is how he came out, and I am pleased with how the little toes got cut out. I was a little bit worried about them, not a whole lot, but as you see, they have kind of little like circular tips to their toes because they're sticky. They got little sticky, like sticky circles, sticky dots as their toes. So that is just a different kind of shape, like it adds a little bit more potential for the cut to not go quite as smooth as it could, but it doesn't look like any of them have any issues with their little toes, so I am happy about that. Let's go ahead and get these last two off. Come on, little guy. There we go. Yep, looks like all of them did good. Here is how our Amazon milk frog came out. And I've already said it, but he looks so cute. I think all of them look cute, as you might be able to gather. For the most part, I say that like every video about every sticker, but I think it's true, and I think that's also kind of how you know you've made it correctly, is if you think it looks cute or you like it. So I am pleased with how all of my stuff comes out. And you know, if I didn't like how it came out, I wouldn't be selling it to people. So I guess I don't need to always say that it looks cute, but that's just always my first thought when I look at it. And I actually see it as like a physical item. So anyway, let us move over to do our final little pass at how all three of our stickers came out today. But here is a close-up of our Amazon milk frog before we move on to looking at all three of them together. There he is. Here are the final products of our sticker printing today. Our green tree python, our veiled chameleon, and our Amazon milk frog. All of them I think are very successful. I think these two are the cutest out of them, but this one is still very successful in its pattern and color. It's just, its composition is not quite as cutesy, I guess you could say, because like this one, it has that still kind of python teddy bear kind of head shape to me as the ball python that we have. And then this little guy, he's got his little smile going. He's little powder blue, so that's very cute. And then this guy though is just like detail, color, pattern. So not necessarily like cute like the other two make me feel, but this one I'm still satisfied with how he came out. I'm like, oh yes, that's exactly how I wanted him to look, which is how I feel about all of them. So our final results of the day, and they are good. I think so. But that's gonna be all that I do in this video for the day. I will get into kind of what I'm thinking will be for the next video and what I'm planning on doing in the future, you know, leading up to especially Halloween, spooky kind of season and all that, whenever we get to our little outro corner. So let me go ahead and head on over to our outro corner, and we will get into all of what you can be expecting next. Okay guys, back in my recording corner, my little outro area slash intro area. I hope that you guys liked how these 3 stickers came out. I think that they all came out really good. They are very successful, I think, in their designs and getting cut out. I'm happy with how the little cutout in the chameleon came out. Not not messing up in that area between the back foot and the curled tail, so I'm happy with that. And then the colors of all of them, as I've already stated, were right on point for what I was going for. Next, I don't know if it's going to be next video, but what I'm planning on doing leading up to Halloween is kind of looking at what stickers I could make that would kind of draw people in for Halloween. I do have a black dahlia, which has always been my most popular flower, and I do know that during kind of the spookier season, a lot of people look for things like the black dahlia flower. And then I do have my black hellebore and my forever Susan lily from last year Halloween. But I'm trying to think of other things that I could make as well, because I do have also some spiders, which I know people also look for spiders during Halloween, like the red knee tarantula that I have on the shop already. But I am planning on doing, I know the death head moth for sure is one that I want to get before Halloween, and then I want to kind of look at what other things I had like waiting in the wings, or ideas that I had that I could get up before Halloween, and try to get those done next month, just so there's enough time for people to be looking at them and getting them. But I also will be finishing the hypos that I haven't done yet of the morphs for the other reptiles, and then also doing the morphs that I was planning on releasing with the blue-eyed Lucies as well. Again, I was going to be alternating which morph I drop, I guess you could say. So I'll finish up the hypos and then round out the rest of the blue-eyed Lucy, the morphs that also I was thinking about releasing with the blue-eyed Lucies. So that's what I'm thinking of doing next time. We'll have to see. I probably will do the hypos next video, because those are gonna be ready before any of my other like Halloween stuff that I'm trying to figure out what to do with. So that will probably be next video, and then I'll try to get whatever stickers I plan on making with the death head moth for sure. I'll try to get them ready and maybe make that the next video, and then finish off the blue-eyed Lucies after that. So that's going to be the end of this video though. I gave you my little preview of what to look forward to in the future. So if you want to continue on this journey with me, if you're excited to see the rest of the hypos, or you're interested in seeing what the death head moth looks like and what other stickers I end up choosing to make with those, feel free to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post those new videos. I will have links down in my description below to all of my social medias, my Etsy shop, my Instagram, my TikTok, and then I also have a shop Gmail. All of those are there. If you want other content, I post different stuff on my Instagram and my TikTok. So it's not just making stickers like this. It's also like packaging, and then I'm starting to do a little more kind of like behind the scenes type of videos. So if you're interested in that kind of content, those will be down in the description below. And if you liked the video, please leave a like and put a comment down below expressing your thoughts, and I will see you guys in the next video. I hope that you guys are excited to see my new stickers for Halloween. I love Halloween, so I'm really wanting to get a good drop for that coming up, and hopefully my previous Halloween stickers will also be getting some good traction as well. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, YouTube!